Hello everyone, this is Admiral Playerovski bringing you Atlantic Fleet, Battle of the Atlantic, continued as Britain. We are in week 2 of June 1940, and we have lost, I believe that's 8 squares on the tonnage war. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yep. 8 squares lost on the tonnage war, but nevertheless we are sort of technically holding on. And we need to do a little bit of housekeeping here. Yeah, we've got the Sheffield and the Icarus here. Oh yes, I remember now. I was meant to go and get myself a battleship. Or a... Yeah, it will be a battleship. Right. I will move the Exeter back here. I will move the Vanity. Actually, where will I move the Vanity? Bit complicated, I admit. I've got the Icarus all the way down here. Right. What have we got over here, Vanessa? Vanity, have you got any torpedoes by any chance? You don't. Right. So Vanity has to go across to here then, and then to Halifax, Nova Scotia, I believe. No, Halifax, Sydney, right. Yeah, so we will send the Vanity in for some repairs and rearming there as well. Right, let's send you guys up here. And in Scop Flow we have 2 destroyers, so they'll be sent out to the Faroe Islands and the East Greenland Sea. Well, there is only one ship over here. A little bit risky, but I'm going to gamble that we'll be fine. Right, no action. Oh wow, well then. First engagement, it's in the East Greenland Sea in week 2.5 of June 1940. The destroyer Brazen, in sunny weather, has come under attack in the morning from 3 submarines, U-160, U-89 and U-91. The submarines have the initiative. Well, this will be quite a task then, won't it? 1 destroyer against 3 subs. Hopefully there isn't a point-blank range encounter. Right, they're behind us, so that's not too terrible. U-91 with torpedoes as well. Right. How are we doing? We've got a submarine over here, relatively close to us, and we have... Where are the other torpedoes? I know there's more than this. Are they down here? Yes, they are. Right. So this will take a little bit of working out then. Gone off that way. But are we not... We're 7,000 yards away from them. I'd like to think that that means we'll get an extra turn to do something. To do a thing. React at least somewhat. For now, I think the biggest danger, I think, is in the form of these torpedoes over here. Which way are they heading, though? Are they heading sort of... It's really difficult to tell. I do apologise if this is a little bit boring right now, but I only have 1 destroyer up here. I'll take it down to 1/3 speed and 20 degrees to starboard. Oh, that's too much. Could be a little bit too much. But I think it could potentially work. Could potentially work. We've got no air support, I'm guessing. Nope. I mean, that's predictable. Ooh, we just about managed to avoid those. Ooh, we're not out of the woods yet, though. Not out of the woods yet. We still have... I'm going to have to ask you to go backwards. Just full on backwards at this point. Have we cleared this torpedo for definite? Can I not run into it anymore? I think we could still run into it. I'm going to gamble that we don't run into it now. Right, we've cleared that one, and we seem to have cleared those as well. Dare I say it? Right, so that's not gone well. I thought we had cleared it. I mean, you could clearly see that the bow had gone beyond. What's the damage? No damage at all. I don't trust that for 1 second. I'm being lied to quite clearly. Right, well, what do we do now? Seeing as we are basically going away from this submarine, I will actually go for this sub over here first. I don't like it when this sort of thing happens. When I can clearly see that it's cleared it, and instead it's like, nope, actually you haven't. We're going to... Oh, here comes U-160 with 4 torpedoes. Well, at least we've got to deal with them now rather than immediately. Mind you, dodging 6 torpedoes isn't much better than dodging 8. Gosh. I cannot see the 4 torpedoes launched by U-160. I'm guessing if I hop over here, we'll have them down here. Right. I'm guessing backwards and harder ports. Would that potentially work? We'd clear this one. Yeah, I think this is the best I can do. Yeah, backwards and harder port seems like a good choice. Well, at least it seems like a good choice right now, which is why I will decide to overall go ahead with it. Is that going to clip us on the stern? I'd much rather it didn't. Here we go. Oh, for goodness sake, it has clipped us. Is that the end? Have we been taken out? Right, steering, ASW heavy damage, propulsion light damage, white turret destroyed. Well, they got us good this time, I will admit. Just don't run into the next one as well. We'll get propulsion back soon enough, but steering is very heavily damaged. So we've been hit by 2 so far. Although one of them was a little bit, you know, I'd sort of contest it a bit. Right, we've managed to put the fire out, which is a good thing. We get steering back on the next turn as well, but you're going back to port regardless of what happens in this engagement. And can we stand by the torpedo tubes already? Let's just check we can't run into anything. I don't think we can. Go on then. We can. Good. All right. Let's launch some torpedoes of our own then. Yeah. Fire away, please. Let's get some points going on the board. Right. So they've launched a torpedo towards us now. I'm not extremely concerned. We get our steering back. Oh, this is a pretty good shot though. But regardless of what happens now, U-91 has been sunk, so even if, you know, for whatever reason we're unable to dodge, we do have already one submarine sunk. Right, how do I dodge this? I'm going to say backward and harder starboard maybe? Well, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Oh, it's close. Very close. Right, unfortunately we're unable to get this submarine over there, but I do believe we have dodged 2 of the torpedoes already. Actually no, make that 3. Good, good, we've managed to avoid all those. Right, 4,900, but there's a torpedo going this way I believe, so we can't turn to port. It'll have to be a starboard turn. I don't think we're close enough that we can launch torpedoes just... No, that's a bad angle. No, that was never going to work, even if I try and tweak it a bit. No, it's off the scale. You have to go all the way down here. Right, I was very much anticipating that we wouldn't be able to get much done on this turn. Alright, but no action from both submarines. Always a welcome sight. I'll go 20 degrees to starboard this time. Yeah, no torpedo over here. Now we can stand by the torpedo tubes. And we can launch another torpedo into the water, hopefully taking out another submarine. After that it's a 1v1 fight, which, well, I believe I could win. Or at least have a better chance of winning than a 1v3. Right, they've launched a torpedo, but I'm not particularly concerned about it, because even if we are sunk now, we will have taken out 2 out of 3 submarines. And I do have enough renown that I could replace the destroyer with relative ease. Having said that, that doesn't mean I want to spend all my renown replacing destroyers where I don't need to. I'm just saying, it's not good. If for whatever reason the Brazen is lost, it's not going to be a catastrophic disaster. It'll be bad, of course it will, but it won't be our end. Right, I think we'll avoid that one. There's another torpedo heading this way, which we'll avoid as well. Right, so I think we may have just about cleared both of them there. Right, so it's a fairly simple fight now. Just one submarine left to sink. Is it a good turn to turn already or not? I'll go up to 1/3 and I will start the starboard turn. We won't reach the torpedo. We'll wait for that torpedo to pass us. There we go. Right, now it's just a simple task. Flank, harder starboard to get close enough. Launch torpedo and conclude the engagement successfully. Now we have been hit by 2, which means that the Brazen will be sent back to port. You know, it just has to be. could I finish my turn before that torpedo reaches us? I'll go down to 1/3 speed and continue my starboard turn. Actually no, be safe, you only have one ship. Annoyingly I'll have to slow down again. It won't pass us this time, but it'll get close. 1/3 speed, let's go again, right to starboard. So now we're pretty much, well, we're not 100% safe, but we're, yeah, much safer than we were before. Right, no action, so that means I'm going to take advantage of that and actually get my speed up. We've not really got it up that much, but I will take any advantage I can. Right, this should be simple enough to clear. If I do a harder starboard turn again, we should be alright. Good. Right, next turn we will be launching torpedoes, I think. Torpedo well behind us now, so we're not concerned about that anymore. 20 degrees to starboard, stand by the torpedo tubes. Let's drop one more in, conclude the engagement. Splash. Right, so their torpedo has disappeared. No action here. Good, that's U-89 sunk. So, despite somewhat of a shaky start, we've managed to pull it off. Action report: on the British side, the destroyer Brazen ends with medium damage. On the German side, the submarine U-160 was sunk for 1,032 tons. The submarines U-89 and U-91 were sunk for 800 tons each. Nothing sunk in either category on the British side. Warship tons sunk on the German side, 2,632. Merchant ship tons sunk on the German side, 0. 2,632 renown earned. In the Barents Sea, Allied merchants were attacked by submarines. 49,400 tons of merchant shipping sunk. That's in week 2.5 of June 1940. Oh wow. No chance to get the Brazen into Scarborough Flow for repairs because we have another engagement. This time it's in the United Kingdom in sunny weather in week 2.5 of June 1940. The destroyers Anthony, Ardent, Blanche and Velux have come under attack in the evening from 4 submarines. This is a wolf pack now, I think. U-162, U-163, U-165 and U-92 have decided that they will attack my destroyers. They of course have the initiative, the submarines. Oh, I don't like this one bit. Not one bit. Ouch. Yeah. Fireworks from the Anthony sunk by magazine detonation. Oh dear, I don't like where this is going at all. So that's 1 out of 4 sunk. We've not shot the aircraft down. Probably heavy damage again. U-165 with torpedoes. Well, we may have escaped with the Brazen, but the Anthony was too much. Too much, it would seem. Can we see the damage that was caused? Final damage upon sinking for the Anthony. Propulsion, heavy damage, and AAA destroyed. I really, really hate it when something like this happens. Where they just launch aircraft, magazine detonation, instantly, nothing you can do about it, and that's just an end of it. Particularly embarrassing when it's a magazine detonation that sinks your ship, because that just shows how accurate the enemy was. Well, there goes the Anthony. He will be missed. But we will try and avenge as best as we can. Any damage on the Ardent? No. Any damage on the Velux? No. So I'm guessing it must be... Yep. Yeah, there we go. Yep. Blanche very heavily damaged. Propulsion, steering, pumps, ASW with heavy damage. AAA destroyed. And there's 4 submarines. I don't want to have five destroyers in one place. I think that'd be a little bit too much. Right, I don't see any torpedoes. So what I'm going to do is just... How about you? Have you fired torpedoes? You have. But they're not really for the Ardent. I will turn harder port. Right. Harder port. And let's see how many aircraft we have. We have 4 depth charge bombers. So if we had an extra destroyer, we'd be, you know, really not too bad at all. So you have fired torpedoes already. What I will do is I'll go for these submarines down here and clear a pathway for the Blanche to hopefully escape, and then we can finish off those 2 at the end over there. Right, well, bit of a bad start I suppose here with this engagement, but hopefully we can, you know, we can make that up now. We have our own aircraft. Let's dive. And let's depth charge. Good, that's U-162 sunk. 1 down, 3 to go. Right, Blanche, you are very, very poorly, and I will have you go at 1/3 speed because, well, you're just not in good shape. I will, however, have you in the battlefield still. See, this is the downside that the U-boats have. If they decide to use an airstrike, that means they have given me an opportunity to potentially airstrike them in return before they're able to launch their torpedoes, which arguably is the well, maybe not the most dangerous thing a submarine can do, but certainly one of the most dangerous. Go! Oh, we've got it. Yeah, we've got it. Good. I was a little bit concerned that we did this one a little bit early. We dove down a little bit too early. But we're fine, we're fine. E-163 has been sunk. Right, Velux. Now, this submarine has fired torpedoes at you, hasn't it? Yes, it has. We'll go backwards and we'll go harder port. Hopefully dodging those. And the strange thing is, I won't go for this submarine. Those of you who have watched some of my other videos will know exactly why. But if you are new here, I will say that it doesn't make sense to go for a submarine that's just fired torpedoes. It makes much more sense to go for a submarine that hasn't fired torpedoes yet, because that one is dangerous, because that one has got actual torpedoes it can fire at you and potentially cause damage. The one that's already fired torpedoes is gone. That's not really a big threat anymore. Oh, I'll depth charge now. A little bit later this time. The one that's fired torpedoes is gone. Like, it's gone. It doesn't matter. It's no longer a huge threat. The one that hasn't fired torpedoes can still very much fire an attack. Right, so we've managed to avoid the torpedoes that were fired. No action from U-165 because torpedoes have already been fired. Backwards and harder starboard for the Ardent. Right, one more depth charge bomber. 1v1. Right, let's go. Let's finish this engagement off. dive, and discharge. No real issues with this bombing run. Good, that's U-165 sunk. I'd like to think it'll teach them a lesson to not send submarines into the UK, but it won't. Right, action report. On the British side, the destroyer Anthony was sunk for 1,350 tons. The destroyer Ardent received no damage at all. The destroyer Blanche received medium damage. The destroyer Velux received no damage. On the German side, the submarines U-162, U-163 and U-165 were sunk for 1,032 tons each. The submarine U-92 was sunk for 800 tons. Warship tons sunk on the British side 1,350. Merchant ship tons sunk on the British side 0. Warship tons sunk on the German side 3,896. Merchant ship tons sunk on the German side 0. 3,896 renown earned. Oh, here we go. Out for revenge, are we? On the North American North Seaboard in sunny weather in week 2.5 of June 1940, the battleship Warspite with medium damage and the destroyer Valentine have come under attack in the morning from the submarines U-104 and U-81. The German submarines have the initiative. Right, so U-104 fires torpedoes, obviously. Oh, no, I'm not liking this. That's a bit close, don't you think? Help. What do I do here? Can I go flank and hard a starboard? Would that do anything at all? I'd like to think it will. How are the other torpedoes doing? Oh, we've basically exposed ourselves to them. I do believe the Warspite will be hit by at least one. The good news is we can already go to flank and stand by the torpedo tubes with the Valentine. But it's not going to be much of a, you know, cheer up prize if the Warspite is lost. I don't want to lose the Warspite, but unfortunately it's always a possibility. Whenever there's a torpedo that looks like it might hit your ship, or even, well, one torpedo, yes, several torpedoes most definitely. There's always a possibility that you lose your ship if that happens. I mean, first blood to us. No matter what happens, we can claim first blood in the engagement. U-104 has been sunk. But this is a horrible position to be in, because what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? You're trapped. You're trapped. You're either going to turn and get hit by one of these, or you carry on and you're going to get hit by one of these. No, I don't want to lose the Warspite. I've already lost the renown. Don't give them such a big prize. I'm going to go 10 degrees to port perhaps and hope that doesn't run into the next torpedo, this one here. I don't like this. I don't like this. This is a horrible position to be in. I'll go a bit more maybe. Fargo 20 and hope that that doesn't do a bad thing for us. Oh, have I avoided this one though? Oh, I've avoided this one and I've avoided this one, but have I avoided this one? I would like to think I have, but just because I like to think I've avoided it doesn't mean that I have done. Right, there's no point in me firing anything because we're probably not going to hit it. Oh! Oh, we did it! We did it! We avoided everything. Just. Warspite, you live to fight another day. Right, well that is a relief. That is a relief. 20 degrees to starboard, flank speed. Make smoke! Run away from them, don't give them anything. Don't give them anything that they can use to gauge distance now. I'll go 25 degrees to port with the Valentine. Just a little bit more of a turn and we'll be on course. Now any torpedoes that they fire, it'll just be one, which will be about 8 times easier to dodge than 8. My great mathematical skills here, I know. Yeah, I think a 20 degree turn to starboard should just about put us in the clear here. We might do a small corrective turn to port after, just to make sure that we've really definitely, you know, moved away from the course of that torpedo. 5,500 yards until we get to the submarine. Obviously, we're not going to go all the way. Right. So we've got the torpedo heading this way. Yeah, corrective turn. I think of about 10 degrees to port. Again, make smoke. Yeah, that's fine. I think we're safe at this point. Now then, do I stand by the torpedo tubes now or not yet? I'm gonna go one more of not yet. One more closing in the range. Alright, maybe I could have turned already and fired. Torpedo sails past the Warspite, causing no damage whatsoever. U-81 no action. Can I disengage? No, of course not. Come on, we've been through this many times. You can't just disengage like that so easily. Not with the Warspite. If it was a smaller ship, yes, possibly, but not the Warspite. You will keep the Warspite in the danger zone for as long as possible. You can't just run away like that with the Warspite. That's not allowed. It's illegal. Well, if that's your response, then my response is simply to launch a torpedo. Your response is nothing. My response is to sink the U-81. Good. Hopefully we don't see any U-boats here trying to attack the Warspite. Action report. On the British side, the battleship Warspite ends with medium damage. The destroyer Valentine ends with no damage. On the German side, the submarine U-104 was sunk for 1,032 tons. The submarine U-81 was sunk for 800 tons. Nothing sunk in either category on the British side. Warship tons sunk on the German side, 1,832. Merchant ship tons sunk on the German side, 0. 1,832 were now earned. South Central Atlantic, week 2.5 of June 1940. Allied merchants attacked by submarines. 42,760 tons of merchant shipping sunk. Right, have we lost a square? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, we haven't. Right, but I will end the episode here for now. Actually, no, I'll quickly replace a destroyer already. This will be the last thing I do, I think. Renown has built up quite nicely though, almost 200,000. Mind you, I haven't been buying anything, and I'm buying the absolute cheapest ships I can buy. So that'll probably be why. Right, we've run out of A-class destroyers. Oh, we've got one more. Oh, well, do you know what? Let's get the Skeena then. Let's use all the A-class and then move on, use up presumably all the B-class and then CD class. EF class after that, I think. Hopefully we won't use up so many destroyers, but the option is there to use them if absolutely necessary. Right, so I've got 4 destroyers here. And yeah, I think I will leave it here now because I will have to press next in order to save everything, I believe. We have a destroyer that's popped out of Scarpa Flow though. Antelope one more time. But that, and the purchase of a battleship, most likely in the next episode, even though I thought I'd be doing it in this episode. Right, Battle of the Atlantic, week 3 of June 1940. Naval vessel sunk for Britain 13. Merchant sunk 425. Over 1.5 million tons of shipping sunk. A naval vessel sunk for Germany, however, is approaching 100 almost, 97, and it's approaching 300,000 tons. We still have a 7-to-1 kill ratio in our favour. Allied merchant sunk per month has crept up to over 150,000 tons per month. It's not a good development. But we're sinking a lot of their ships, so that's also a good thing. You know, you can clearly see the list here, very much longer on the German side, and on the British side, we did lose the Antony to the bombing run in the UK. But regardless, that is all from Admiral Playerovski for this video. If you're enjoying the content, if you're enjoying the series, then do leave a like and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye for now.